Hey guys, tonight for dinner we are doing what I like to call one of my concoctions. It is going to be almost like a chicken hamburger helper, but we're just going to throw some ingredients together and see what we can come up with. I think how I'm going to do this, and my chicken is still partway frozen. With it being still partway frozen, I'm going to go ahead and dice it up into bite-sized pieces. I have 4 chicken thighs that I'm just going to cut up real quick to bite-sized pieces. This is not something I've done before, so I don't know how good it's going to turn out. Normally concoctions with me turn out pretty well. I do taste them as I go along just to check seasonings and everything. It's Saturday, so we've just been taking it easy on doing stuff around the house. I've done dishes, clothes, that kind of thing. But other than that, we're all just doing our own little thing. My daughter's out playing, the neighbor kids. My son's on his phone playing. My husband's hanging out with his brother. And I'm just chilling out today and watching movies. If you got an idea for a new movie, let me know. I like thrillers, mysteries, crime dramas, all those type of things. Cut these a little bit smaller, just because I have one that does not like to, or likes to stuff his mouth. Also, tonight is mine and my husband's date night, so we don't go out on our date nights. We stay in, we play board games or card games and watch a movie. Just spend that quality time together after the kids go to bed. So our Friday and Saturday are our normal date nights where it's just us spending that quality time together. We're both very competitive when it comes to card games and board games. We've got to finish our Monopoly game from last week. We found the 80s version of Monopoly at Office Depot a couple of weeks ago. And we both grew up in the 80s. So we were really excited to find that. So we've been playing that. He's been teaching me how to play poker. And he's going to teach me how to play Skip-Bo, because I've never played Skip-Bo, or at least I don't remember ever playing Skip-Bo growing up. Wash my hands since I touched that raw chicken. And I'm going to touch it again. Always wash your hands multiple times. So with this seasonings, looking over at my seasoning shelf, see what I want to use. Dry my hands real quick. Let's see. Got Kinder's the blend. Let me get both bottles of that out because I'm almost out of the one. Let's put some garlic salt, a little bit of onion powder. I'm gonna add some paprika. And maybe some all-purpose. So, Kinder's has been one of my go-to blends here lately. I do like using theirs. My black pepper. Can't do anything without black pepper. Even though a lot of these blends have some black pepper, they just don't have enough for me. If you're anything like me, you season over hot pans. And then you have to do that, and you have to bang them up against the cabinet to get them to let loose. Like I said, I already know. I was about to have to use a new one. Let me get it open. But I found that I love Kinder's. They're absolutely great. I love the seasoning ratios. But there are just some spices you have to use more of than others. Always. You always just do as your heart desires on your seasonings. This is the all-purpose, Kinder's all-purpose. And then we're going to go in with some garlic salt. This way I don't have to use regular table salt. And garlic is always good for the heart, good for the cholesterol. And right now, if you've noticed on any of my videos, I do not cook with ground beef. I don't use red meat much at all. This is a paprika. We are watching mine and my husband's cholesterol. Yeah, even though I do fry a lot. But a lot of stuff is fried in olive oil. But my husband does not eat a lot of that fried stuff that we do. He wishes he could, but he doesn't. And just mix that up, make sure everything's good and coated. But we're watching our cholesterols. One of the medications he's on causes his cholesterol to increase. Mine's just increasing with age. So we're just having to be careful. Again, slide the cutting board over, washing the hands again. And yes, I am washing it with hot water. Alright. Add a little olive oil to my pan over on the stove so my chicken doesn't stick. And get my pan started heating. I'll put my slices back up. I'm going to move you right over here. If I get my stand set. Real glossy. I'll throw our chicken in there and get it started cooking. While that's cooking, I'm going to fill up a pot of water for my noodles. Hot water for my noodles, putting it on. You've never heard me say it before, I'm saying it now. Put a lid over your water to be boiled. It will boil faster. Just up just a little. I'm going to wash my cutting board real quick. I'll be right back. I did a cup of shredded cheddar. I don't want my camera timed out, but it did. In between these, I'm going to go ahead and stir my meat up. Just make sure it doesn't stick. Good and done. Good and brown. It's getting there. Alright, now I'm going to cut about the same amount of the mozzarella. I'll do about a cup of that. Do it the same way. And I love this cheese grinder. I've been seeing it on all the reels and feeds. I have actually absolutely enjoyed it since I've gotten mine. No, I did not get it on TikTok. I got it on Temu. And if y'all want to know, if y'all want the link to it, I can always go get it. Just let me know. I'll be glad to link it. There's about a cup of the threaded mozzarella. And I always take my grinding pieces out over the bowls. Especially with cheese, I get all the extra little cheese out that way. Alright. I made a little mess. It's okay. I'll take this. I'm just going to throw it in the trash. Alright, so my chicken is done. I'm going to switch gears over to the chicken. As soon as I put the cheese in the baggie. When I take the cheese off the stove, the chicken off the stove. Now it looks like my water is getting ready to boil for my noodles. And if you've never been told this, do not put your sharp knives in a sink full of water. You're at risk for cutting somebody. Somebody stick their hands down in there to get all those utensils out. How golden brown that chicken is. How yummy it looks. Now, I'm going to get a vessel, whatever kind of vessel you want. I always have reusable containers. And if you notice, I'm not grabbing that liquid from the bottom, the chicken juice, the oil, whatever you want to call it. I'm actually going to leave it down there. Because I'm going to use that to make my base for my sauce. And all that goodness is down there with it. I'm just going to set my chicken off to the side as I get my flour. I'm going to take probably a 1/4 cup flour. Well, no, I'm going to take a little bit more than a quarter, probably a 1/3 cup flour, and throw it in there. And I'm just going to let that cook in that juice for just a minute. Let it get nice and brown. Let it all soak up. Got stuff up at the bottom. Then I've got my heavy cream. I'm going to add probably about half of this to start with. I'm going to pour it in slowly, just to start with. Get this stuff started. Sort of like you do with any kind of gravy. It's just getting it started. You don't want it too thick to start with, too thin to start with, and heavy cream will always thicken up. So I'm at about 2/3 of the pint. Now I'm going to add in, it'll be really weird, I'll add in 1 can of cream of chicken. I know, really weird. I thought it might taste really good. Like I said, this is a concoction. Never made it before. Wanted to try. It's really thick. Fixing to add in some water. Don't worry. Just hold your horses. So we do have to thin it out just a little before we add in our cheese. We want to make sure that's all mixed in really well before we do that. We're going to turn this down to like medium heat. Now my stove cooks a little bit higher than most. So now I'm going to get about a 1/2 cup of water. And throw in that. Just to thin it out just a little bit. If I need more, I can always add more. You're going on this ride with me. My water's boiling. Oops. The water from my shells is boiling. Let's open our noodles. Put our noodles in there. Get them started. That should be good. Put that down just a little bit so it doesn't go over. Sway this a little bit more. Alright, here's the fun part. We're going to start adding our cheese. Just little by little. Start with the cheddar. Just going to add that cheddar right in. Stir it up. Turn it down to medium-low so your cheese doesn't burn. Want it to melt really well. Now my mozzarella I'm going to save until my very end, right before I put it in with the shells, just because I don't want it to melt and burn. However, I am going to go ahead and taste it. See if I need to add any seasonings to the sauce. Yes, it does need some seasonings. I'm not a plain Jane girl, so we're going to go in with some of the same spices that we used on our chicken. That was the Kinder's blend. The Kinder's all-purpose. We're going to use just a little bit of the garlic salt. Just because, of course, the cream of chicken soup had plenty of salt in it. Don't want to add too much. You can't go wrong with garlic. I could have used garlic powder. So we're going to try this now. Oh yeah, that got it. So now I'm going to add my chicken back in. Let all those flavors marinate into that sauce. Hey, turkey butt. You want to come taste the sauce? It's going to be with our dinner? Okay. He's flying at 22. So we're going to turn this down to low. Just let it sit here and keep heated until it's ready, until the noodles are ready. I'll stir these up just a little bit, just to agitate them. Make sure everything's getting good and done. And I'll see y'all back in about 7 to 10 minutes when those are done. Okay, so I just drained my water off of my noodles. Going to add in the mozzarella to my sauce and meat so it can start melting. I'll move my noodles up here and pour my sauce over my noodles. Take my bigger spoon and mix it all together. Remember, if you use the big shells, you're always going to have some of that extra salsa water in there, because they always keep it. Get all that stringy, cheesy goodness. Now I will probably serve mine, for me, with a side salad, just because I need the vegetables. I need those leafy greens, help keep my iron up. But this is dinner. I'm going to give you a close look. There you go. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Please remember to like and subscribe and follow. Comment. Give me some ideas for this next week. So what you'd like to see me cook. And I will try to do my best in trying to prepare whatever y'all ask. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.